Hi there, everybody. It's Saturday afternoon, August 7th, and I tried to lay down and take a nap, but it just didn't happen. My mind was too awake, even though my body was a little tired. This is my third time, my third take on this. I'm not sure what's going on, but let's try it this time. Okay, today's topic is about saying no. I do know that much. Okay, let's go to the 7th. Okay, like I said, saying no. For many of us, the most difficult word to say is one of the shortest and easiest in the vocabulary. No. Go ahead, say it aloud. No. No. Simple to pronounce, hard to say. We're afraid people won't like us or we feel guilty. We may believe that a good employee, child, parent, spouse, or Christian never says no. The problem is, if we don't learn to say no, we stop liking ourselves and the people we always try to please. We may even punish others out of resentment. When do we say no? When no is what we really mean. When we learn to say no, we stop lying. People can trust us and we can trust ourselves. All sorts of good things happen when we start saying what we mean. If we're scared to say no, we can buy some time. We can take a break, rehearse the word, and go back and say no. We don't have to offer long explanations for our decisions. When we can say no, we can say yes to the good. Our no's and our yeses begin to be taken seriously. We gain control of ourselves, and we learn a secret. No isn't really that hard to say. Today, I will say no if that is what I mean. You know what? It's so true. It's 2 letters. N-O. Not that hard. But myself and so many other people in the world are scared to say no. Why? Just as the book says right here. Let's see, we're afraid people won't like us. You know, I've always thought I don't really care what people think, but obviously I do, because I don't say no very well, even if I really don't want to do it. And I think people learn after a while that you're not going to say no, and they'll take advantage of that. And it sucks, but you know, there's a lot of people out there that just want to see what they can get out of other people. I don't know why they do it, but you know, we're all human, we all make mistakes. Some people just like to find the suckers that will say yes to everything. Say no to your kids. I'm saying this because I haven't, and I'm reaping what I've sown. Yeah, it's, I could talk about this all day long. If you don't say no, they will become spoiled. They will become disrespectful. There won't be any boundaries. Boundaries is another big one. I've never had them, and you have to have them if you want to have structure. Another thing I didn't have, structure. So, I have so much to say. I'm planning on talking about, like, you know, what has went on in my life, which nothing bad has really happened. I mean, it has. Horrible things have happened. But as far as things that happen to me by other people aren't near as bad as things that I have made choices and then dealt with the repercussions of it. 98% of the problems I went through were probably something that I made a decision about, which made that thing happen. So, you know, a lot of people go around saying, oh, so-and-so did this to me, life sucks, it's so bad. And I've kind of been on the other end of it. Like, I've taken too much of things that have happened and just blamed myself. And that doesn't do anything but hurt you and everybody else around you. So I'm just going to say a little bit about, you know, like my growing up and whatnot. Obviously, I had 2 parents. I was born in 75 in Maryland on an Air Force base. We moved to Nebraska when I was about a year old. And I've pretty much always been here my whole life. My parents split up when I was about 8 years old, I believe. I don't really remember much about it. I don't know if it was traumatic for me or if I was just too young to remember. But I do know that later I realized, probably not for 20 some years, that that really hurt me when my parents split. And my mom had good reason to divorce my dad. So I'm not mad at her. I never was. I just never understood it until I got older. Of course, when you don't have your dad around a lot, which I'm not mad at him for that either, because I found out, just a few years ago that it wasn't that he wasn't around a whole lot because he didn't want to be, but it hurt him so bad to only see my brother and I for just a little bit of time once he moved out of the house. And he got pretty involved in a church, and they kind of told him, if you can't control what goes on in your children's homes, maybe just leave them be. And this was a church that, later I found out was, I think they were a pretty money hungry church, and maybe I shouldn't say that, but they never should have told him that. I don't know about the whole brainwashing thing or whatever, but it was just very strange there. And I think that had a lot to do with why he didn't come around a whole lot. And you can't blame your parents for the things they do when they don't know any better. I was never mad at my dad. I was just, kind of sad. And my mom did a great job raising us. I mean, my hat's off to her. She is still an amazing mother. I didn't want for anything. I was pretty spoiled. We got along pretty well. She's more of a don't rock the boat kind of person. And we didn't fight much. We had our little disagreements and whatnot. I would come home 15 minutes late, and she would explain, come home 5 minutes early. And I get that now. Mom. I love you. And so yeah, once my teen years hit, and then I got, interested in boys, I didn't even know then how much I craved love. And I didn't know how to give it. I didn't know how to receive it. So when you're missing that, you will look anywhere for someone that cares about you. I know that all you women listening, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think boys, when they don't have their dad around, they end up getting in trouble with the law. I'm not sure why. It's just rebelling for, that missing stuff from their dad. And like I said, my mom did a great job with us. But women tend to go to men or go wherever to find that love that they feel like they're not getting, but they don't know how to express that at the time. And you're too young. When you're 16, 17 years old, you don't know what's missing. You just know certain things feel good and maybe fill in that gap for a little bit. But that went on to my young adult years. And then I just kept that process going. It was, I ended up getting into drugs. I did meth pretty hard from about 20 to 20, 25, 26. And that was a rough one because I was completely against drugs, totally against it. Smoking pot, I didn't even do that till I was maybe 19 years old. And I thought the losers were smoking pot when I was in high school. Boy, was I wrong. People in high school these days have probably already done cocaine, marijuana, mushrooms, ecstasy, who knows. Boy, I wish it was like how it used to be, especially with technology. But anyways, so yeah, I got into meth. Like I said, I get sidetracked a lot. I really think that has a long-term effect on your memory because I can remember so many things about things that happened like years ago, but I can't remember, what I was going to talk about, or, you get sidetracked. It really does destroy brain cells. Like cocaine will occupy those brain cells, but meth flat out kills them. And I know we have a lot of them, but the more you do, the dumber you get. So don't do drugs. Come to me, if you think you want to do them, because I will tell you stories about what it does. But I'm an open book. So if anybody has any questions, or if they have a loved one struggling, I'm not saying I can save them. I have to remember I am very codependent, so I can't fix everybody. But that's how a lot of the relationships I got into ended up being, was completely codependent. I didn't want to look at myself and how bad I was hurting, so I tried to help the other person in their issues. Well, I ended up getting clean off of meth in 2001? Yes. March 25th, 2001. I've been clean almost 20 years. Thank you, Jesus. But I really don't think that I was so addicted to the drug itself. I wanted something that took me out of reality because I was hurting bad. And, I really didn't even start dealing with it till probably this past year. So, like I said, I've been clean almost 20 years. I've got 2 kids. I got clean, like I said, in 2001. I messed up a couple times and thought, hey, I can't do meth anymore. Maybe I'll do cocaine. All right, well, that had the same effect. The guilt, I was so mad at myself. I was so mad because I had that time in. But I realized real quick that was not the life for me. I ended up getting hurt at work, and I smashed my finger. And it honestly was a blessing from God, because I was ready to quit. I just didn't know how, because that's all I had known for the past few years. A lot of people didn't know I was as bad as I was because I maintained. I would try to sleep every night. I didn't go on these benders for days. I'm sure I didn't look the greatest, but I hit it pretty well. I wasn't your typical tweaker. I don't even know what typical tweaker means, because there's people that do it that you would never even think. And sadly, some of the people that I used to party with are still doing it now, or they've died from it, and it just breaks my heart. But you have got to make the choice to get the help. So enough about meth. I'm sure I'll talk about it again at another point, but man, I'm already 12 minutes in. Whew, it's gonna be a long one. So my house is empty. Nobody's here. That's rare, just me and the cat. Let's see. So yeah, I got clean off of meth, and then I ended up having my daughter about a year after that. Of course, another failed relationship because I didn't know how to love. I would get involved with people, and then I would just walk away if I got too close. So I ended up having my son, and I had him in 2009, and basically neither of their fathers have been in the picture. So, and that is fine, that's their choice, but I was angry for a long time, because all it takes to let a child know you care is to call them, even once a week, say, hey kid, I love you. That's all it takes. So for the single parents out there, I feel for you. I really do. If the other parent isn't in the picture, it sucks. It really sucks, because you have to be the mom and the dad, and you have to answer those questions of where they are, why they are. And I was very lucky. My kids have been raised by 3 women, basically, and they've gotten more love than most kids I know do. Yeah, maybe they're spoiled rotten, but they are loved. So thank you guys for helping me with the kids. You know who you are. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked again. So yes, my children, they've been through hell, and I'm trying to repair that with them. It's harder with my daughter because she's at the age where she's just about out on her own, and I wasn't there for her for the main years she was growing up. From about 14 till now, I really didn't give her what she needed, and there's a lot of guilt that comes with that, but I know in time that God can heal everything. She knows I love her. She's at our hard age, She just started a new job yesterday. I'm so proud of her, and I know that things are going to be good for her. She's going to get out of this town. It's not a bad town, but you know, you just kind of get stuck in a rut. She's not small town. She belongs somewhere where she can just spread her wings and be herself, and I'm excited for her. My son's 12, almost 13, so you know that's a real awkward age also when you're kind of just that kind of a turd, you know, saying little naughty things without actually cussing and thinking your mom doesn't catch on. But moms know. Moms aren't dumb. But he's a mama's boy, so that's good. Like I said, I'm married. I'm on my second marriage. And like I said, I am very bad at relationships. And I am just now realizing it takes two for a marriage. And I was so scared to be hurt that I would just push everybody away. But eventually you won't have any more people to push away. I was told that once. If you push everyone away, there's not going to be anyone left. Very true. So this YouTube thing is, I'm just super excited about it because I have so many things to talk about. I mean, I could come up with 40 topics right now that I could just blow off at the mouth about. I take notes a lot, like I said. I'm just now starting to get emotionally healthy, and I'm 46 years old. And that is so exciting. It's like I want to tell everybody, hey, there is happiness out there. You can do it. All you have to do is love yourself. That's it. And I never did. And now I do. I had about 3 things that I lived my life by. And they're 3 sad things. But they're not going to be that way anymore. I lived by fear. Fear of what people are going to think, what people are going to do, what are they going to say. Guilt. Yep, guilt sucks. And probably shame. Like, I know guilt and shame are somewhat related, but I really didn't like myself. And it took me a long time to figure that out. Like, you're not going to fit in when you start getting better. You're going to feel like you don't fit in at all, but you will find your place. And you're going to be a better version of yourself than you ever have been. And so I'm so excited for this journey. I really hope, can't talk today. I really hope that I can help someone along the way. I have this note. Okay, so, you know, a lot of people just are like, hey, how do you get better? And, you know, I've looked up so many different things, like, you know, when you're in pain, how do you heal? It's a process. You have to feed your head. Read. Talk to people. Go see a counselor. I've seen many counselors, but those counselors wanted me to do things that I wasn't ready to do. You know, like take a look in the mirror. What are you really about? This is cool right here. You can't expect to harvest from something you haven't watered. You need to look deep down inside you and see where that core pain comes from. Mine was from when my dad left. Like I said, I shouldn't even say it like that, but that's what affected the way I dealt with relationships. I didn't deal with relationships. All the people that were around me, you know, whether it was a friendship, love relationship, whatever, I don't know how to show people I love them from my heart. And I know those of you that know me think, yeah, you're loving, you're very kind, but I do things for people and I've bought people things, but to give my time and my heart is where I'm still learning how to do that. I don't know why. I think it's, you know, it makes you vulnerable, but I'm ready to be vulnerable because that's the only way I will truly feel love and loved and be happy. I have to let people in, and I get that now. And I'm okay with that because I think I'm ready. I'm ready for close, good, healthy relationships. I've never really had them before. And I have a lot of guilt because I feel like I haven't shown my kids I love them. I might have given them everything they wanted, but all kids want is your time. 15 minutes a day of just this. Just look at your kid. Look at them. Listen to them. Put your phone down. I can't even count how many times my kids have said, Mom, 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 put your phone down. Mom, put your phone down. Mom, will you please put your phone down? And that's one thing you can't get back is time. So put the time in with those you love. I'm 20 minutes in. Wow. So that's a little bit about me. I know I jump all over the place, but that's how my brain works. What else? I've got some other notes over here. Just basically get out of your comfort zone. This is totally out of my comfort zone, but I love it. So sometimes in order to get somewhere, you have to open up. Just open your heart. It's not too hard to talk to a screen. Nobody's looking at you. And I'm not saying, hey, go start a YouTube channel. I'm just saying, start somewhere. If you want to get better, you got to be sick of your own crap. And believe me, I was beyond sick of it, and so was my family. We even had an intervention one time and I was the main character. That sucked. And they couldn't understand. Why do you keep doing this? Why do you keep doing this? You're hurting your children. You're hurting your children. You're hurting your family. You're hurting yourself. Why more men? Why more men? And it had nothing to do with sex. Absolutely nothing. It had to do with filling the void. When I quit drugs, men were my high. Everybody has something that they struggle with every day. That just happened to be mine. So remember, before you try to get into a relationship, heal yourself. Because if you don't like yourself, sure as hell ain't going to work with somebody else right next to you seeing you not like yourself. Because that'll make them not like themselves. And everybody around you. People won't want to be around you. Okay? So I'm going to go back over this and hopefully not delete the whole thing because I just rambled. So God bless you guys. I love doing this. I really feel like this is the start of something big. I do. So let me know what you think. Give me a comment. Hey, my memory's not the best. So I can't remember. Did I show you this? This is hilarious. Okay, I think I might have. All right, this is me. Have a great afternoon, everybody. God bless you.